What is going on? I'm ZMOT. We are going to jump into that creator boost. We're going to make sure we got something in there. If you're feeling generous, please throw ZMOT in there. Otherwise, just make sure you got something in there. Support a boom beach creator. Does all sorts of good stuff. Now we're going to jump into warships. This is my low level account. I'm going to jump between a couple accounts here to show a couple simple things with warships this season. Number one, this season is rough for players without instant training. Your warriors get eaten up. Your rocket choppers get eaten up. This is going to be a doozy. Number two, for that exact reason, make sure you're running a compact base to start with. If you have a look against Six String Jake, we watched their base. Their base, you just throw your troops through it, flying through it, no big deal, not a problem at all. Then we see my base, and it takes them a lot longer to burn through it. Same number of defenses, just placed ever so slightly differently. Now, heavies and rocket choppas probably a very good idea if you don't have instant training, because those heavies are going to stay alive a little bit better than sending out warriors in front of your rocket choppas. But let's be honest, you're probably going to need all of your troops. You're probably going to need warriors, you're probably going to need rocket choppas, and you're probably going to need some of those heavies. Or you can go get riflemen. Either way, you're probably going to need something else, or you're going to be in the situation where I'm in, where I just can't get those chests moving forwards. Now, one other quick note. You'll notice up the top it says 20D. 20 days, 16 hours. Sorry, mouth started working poorly, so I just went with it. Shorter season. That means that you can get further earlier. So when I first looked at this tech tree, I was like, oh crap, heavy choppas are a long ways away. And then I'm almost in 4 engine rooms already. I'll be able to get there before the end of the next hour or so, simply by collecting those chests. So do remember, different season lengths tend to mess with your head a little bit. There are more keys in those chests, so make sure that you plan accordingly. So, a couple different ways to play this season. Warriors is one way, Rocket Choppas is another way. Those two are not exclusive of one another, but generally speaking, throwing your tokens towards one thing or the other. Now, the number one plan for the most people is going to be Rocket Choppas and then getting over to those Heavy Choppas. For me, I'm going to stick with the warriors for a little bit, having a little bit more success using warriors, partially because heavies are way the heck back there. So just remember, in order to get those heavy choppas working properly, you're going to have to go back and get those heavies. So make sure you include those in your calculations. Now, we're sitting here with decent win rate. We got 4 win streak. If we jump over to this account, you can see not doing nearly as well with the Rocket Choppas. Rocket Choppas on this account, this is this tech tree. Quick note, if you're going with Rocket Choppas, you don't need to max your landing crafts. You can leave them as tick 4. That's going to save you 135,000 tokens, which is a fairly substantial savings. Now, same thing once you get over here for those Heavy Choppas. Heavy Choppas also fit in a tick 4 landing craft, so there's an easy way to save 135,000 tokens. But do know, if you're throwing out warriors with those Rocket Choppas, you're only going to get 7 warriors per boat instead of 8. So not necessarily the best savings, but if you're only going Rocket Choppa and with the Heavy Choppa, that's a fairly substantial detail. Now, on another quick note, critters, don't sleep on critters. If you're going all Rocket Choppa, these things keep your troops alive. So just by throwing them out there, you're going to be able... Now, another quick note, 6 Rocket Choppas, 2 warriors I found to be a little bit better. Just trying to bombard you with as much useful information as we possibly can. We're going to wait until they get close to that yellow line, then we're going to drop all the rest of these puppies, and then we're going to get those critters out there, hoping to blow up the boom mine with the critters. That way our warriors last a tiny bit later. And again, you see what I was talking about, not spreading your base out? this base being spread out is letting our troops get in and amongst all of the things so much easier. So all you're doing, I think I just said so like 12 times in the span of 3 seconds or so. Make sure you keep your base as compact as you can in this early season, because this person's base not being compact is just giving us all sorts of room to come in here and get these engine rooms. Now, not entirely sure I'm going to get all the engine rooms, but we're going to get enough that we can keep that chest timer moving, which is the most important detail in this early season. So our Zookas are not upgraded. They are not doing anything good for us, but they are standing in, getting shot in the face. Now, quick note, throw your critters on top of machine guns. Don't throw them on top of boom cannons. Use the blind spot of those machine guns to your own benefit. And we managed to get 3 engine rooms. Not quickly, but that base not being compact definitely played towards our benefit. We've moved up into 13. Same thing with ranks. As far as ranks go, like typically in a season, most people get to gold in day 2, day 3. So many people are in gold in day 1, and that's again because it's a shorter season, so you're going to get those ranks way earlier in theory. So now that that's done, should I upgrade to critters? Probably, but we're going to start saving all of our unlock tokens to get into that 4 engine room level. Now, I have faced 1 4 engine room base. I can't remember. I think it's on the other account, so gonna keep jumping around all nimbly bimbly. So took out a 4 engine room base right here, I believe it was. Let's just have a quick look-see. So don't jump into the 4 engine room level until you have enough keys for the heavy Choppas, is my general thought process. Now we're just using critters to get rid of those boom mines, spreading our warriors out, getting them going every different which way. No flares, just getting all of the engine rooms super duper quickly. So 4 engine rooms, the people that are in 4 engine rooms, you'll be able to take them out if you put a little bit of planning into it. And that is where I'm finding that warriors are a little bit stronger in that regard, simply because there are more faces to get shot. With rocket choppas, as soon as it goes down, you're in a world of pain. Now on this account, I went back and got green mines, and that kind of shows how your thinking works with your own attack strategy. On the other one, I skipped them because I figured they would be useless against rocket choppas. On this one, I went and got warriors, and then my brain instantly thought, oh, what's the best way to stop warriors? Mines. So just realize that people aren't going to be playing the same as you, so bit of a mistake on my part. Need to differentiate the offense from the defense at times. So this looks fairly straightforward. I'm going to pick up some free gunboat energy at the front, going to sacrifice a few warriors to do it. Not overly concerned at this point, just sending them in there, getting them shot in the face. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to clear this entire one, but not having shocks is so strange, I gotta say. So what we're gonna do, again with the sending in the critters to clear all of the mines, sending in more critters to sit in the blind spot of some of those machine guns to distract some of those defenses, and then you know what, let's get over into here, because I know for a fact we can get that engine room. Not sure if we can get the one underneath the sky shield, and I can't even tell you where the sky shield is in the tech tree. Can we flare that? I think we might be able to flare that, actually. I just missed the flare. So, yep, you can flare it. So do pay attention to where the heck the corners of those sky shields are. I didn't notice it early on, but we still picked up the win. 3 versus 1 win streak, moving on forwards. Hopefully this has been helping you. Now, this time in Boom Beach is crazy. Lots and lots of task forces sitting there with 1,000 intel. Just know that when you have 1,000 intel, your intel stats are not collected. So consider doing some sabotages. Keep that intel from hitting max. Otherwise, you're not going to know your intel numbers on the week, because we just had the Mega Crab. Hammerman's fleet is here. We're getting all those warship chests. There is a lot of stuff going on at the moment. Now, as far as the warrior push, the good thing about the warrior push this season is that if your warriors stop working, you can always go back and upgrade those rocket choppers. And that's my general thinking on this. Warriors are going to get me more engine rooms more quickly. I can progress early on, and if I have to, I can fall back to those rocket choppas. So that's my general suggestion for people with instant training. And if you don't have instant training, really you just need to pick which troops. I would probably go get heavies because they're going to be useful for those heavy choppers later on. Riflemen, don't really feel that there's anything useful up on that top path. That's where that sky shield's coming in from, above that boom cannon. But as you saw there, sky shield's not super useful at the moment. Skip on the rifles, skip on the Zookas, and just get pushing over into this area towards 4 engine rooms, but do hold out for those heavy choppas. Anyways, that is all for me. Quick getting started tech tree guide. Hopefully that helped you. Got rid of some little bits and pieces. Clump your base. Support code ZMOT in the shop, and I shall talk to you soon. Hit me up in the comments if you have anything else that you would like to add as far as bases or plans, or if you got green mines, or where your upgrade priorities are. Always remember, Tick 4 gives you all of the buildings. That is the #1 goal. Get all your defenses to Tick 4, then you can start maxing them later on. Anyways, that is all for me. I'm ZMOT. Thanks for coming in. Peace!